Last Jew in Afghanistan refuses to grant wife a Jewish divorce. So this story is a roller coaster. Okay. Zabulon Simantov, at 61, is considered the last Jew in Afghanistan. From the taxing compliance to the Jewish diet to the scarcity of financial income, his life has become a source of novelty coverage for many local media outlets in the area. But the most striking oddity that has become synonymous with Kabul's last remaining Jew is his persistent refusal to grant his wife a Jewish divorce. In Simantov's case, his wife and children immigrated to Israel in 1998 and have lived there since. Simantov accompanied his family during the immigration, but returned to Afghanistan shortly after. He is unwilling to leave Afghanistan as he claims that there would be no one left to take care of the last remaining synagogue in the country. Numerous attempts were made in the past to facilitate the divorce, with Simantov consistently changing his mind. Until today, Simantov's wife remains a chained woman, or an agunot. She remains locked in a religious and legal contract. So this was interesting to me because this one, considering what's happening in Afghanistan, the coverage that this man is getting is very interesting as the last Jew in the country.
Is he really? I can't believe that.
The last one that practices Judaism.
In all
maybe there
of
are people who are ethnically.
Okay.
Yeah, before 2005, there were only 2 Jews in Afghanistan. One of them was this guy whose last name was Levy, and he died in 2005. Meaning that, and they would fight with each other over who got proper ownership of the synagogue.
Wait,
no, Armin, it gets better. It gets better. I have to tell you guys the story. No, I have to tell you the story because I was talking. Our editor was telling me details about it, and I thought he was joking until I went to go look it up myself. So it's like.
Okay, go on.
So the last 2 Jews in Afghanistan would fight with each other over who owned the synagogue or who was in charge of being its warden. And under the Taliban, they would tell on each other to the Taliban. They would they would fight with each other and they would bring their contentions to the Taliban. And the Taliban this is real, you guys. The Taliban got so tired of them and their BS that they arrested and detained both of them until their arguing was so bad in jail that they let them back out.
No way. Go on. No way.
It's true.
No, this can't be true. I don't believe it. This is too good.
It's so funny.
Wait, the Taliban couldn't take it. The Taliban, who these people who have to deal with oh my god, amazing. Yeah,
wait, I have to find this article because it was the funniest thing in the world. Literally, they oh my god, I have to find this. Someone who was interviewing them spoke to a Taliban spokesperson and was like, yes, I remember these guys. They were the worst.
If this does not turn into a movie, I would be so mad. The name of the movie should be The Last Jew in Afghanistan.
Yeah.
That should be, it would be, that is amazing. I can't imagine just a Taliban person in jail, just going like this, and they're fighting each other, and the Taliban can't take it anymore. That is amazing. Wait, so why do they even need a synagogue? Like, there's no Jewish people to go to the synagogue. Like, they're like, I'm the warden, I manage this. Manage it for what? There's nobody showing up there. Oh wait, it's for Yahweh. I forgot. Like, the whole point of that is to do. Yeah, okay, never mind. It's not like a Christian church that is supposed to be for the people. You're supposed to do the things for Yahweh in the synagogue. Okay, never mind. That makes as much theological sense as anything else religious. I don't even know how to joke about this because the story on itself is just like amazingly. It's
like I told you, I had to cover the story because it's such a roller coaster.
Yeah,
it's so crazy.
Zakur is saying, when even the Taliban can't take you anymore, you know you're awesome. You know, I know we make fun of religious people, but this is kind of cute. I don't know. This is like, I mean, you would think like if you're like a Jew, like most people's assumption would be like if you're a Jew in Afghanistan, you would be like running away from Taliban. You want to keep your identity hidden. You're worried about what the Taliban is going to do to you. But these people like officially went to the Taliban to complain about each other.
Literally. It's so iconic.
And their concern was so much about, like, when they were in jail, like they had, like, it seemed like their concern was not that they're arrested, they're in jail. Like, while in jail, their main concern was still like each other. Like, they're like not phased at all. Like, you're arrested for annoying the hell out of us, and they're like, yeah, whatever. They keep fighting with each other. Like, it's such a high priority for them with that who owns the synagogue, that like being arrested, being under, like, being in an Islamic country that maybe doesn't like Jews, none of this is like phasing them in any way. Like, that's just the only thing that matters. That's so amazing.
No, it was so funny. They hated each other. The two of them hated each other so much. Like, I can't find the source right now, but one guy was quoted as basically saying, like, you know, like the Taliban, like, they're not, like, I never had too much of a problem with them. This guy, he's worse than a dog.
Oh my God. Wait, don't say that. We might get in trouble. YouTube might, like, okay. Don't use animal names or something. Yeah, YouTube. See, we can't even joke about these things. I have so many like things I want to say that is funny about this, I think, but I mean, I think it's funny, but I think it might be seen as a joke, stereotypical or something, and we might get in trouble for it. So
yeah, here's a quote. The Taliban was so annoyed by their constant fighting that they threw them in jail, but they eventually kicked them out because they continued their fighting inside the prison.
Wow, amazing.
It's so iconic. But what's so interesting, to get back to like the meat of this story, is that there has been like an international effort to try to get this guy to give his wife a divorce, because in Jewish law, or an aspect of Jewish law, which I think is called like halakha, like the husband has to grant it. Like, there is no other alternative. I might have a flawed understanding. And he just refuses. He's gone back and forth. There's been like rabbis from like Uzbekistan, like all over the place, like Israel, like business people who are offering to like fly in people, like to help initiate this divorce, and he just like won't do it, even though he hasn't been with his family since like 98.
Why has their divorce been such a major focus of interest internationally?
I don't know. Probably the fact that he is the last known Jew in Afghanistan, and that kind of makes him more prominent, probably. And also, I think a lot of people in the Jewish community don't like that there is this very easy way to just abuse women. And this is a way to abuse women, because it's literally called being chained. She cannot move forward with her life because he just refuses to do this. So just possibly just out of sympathy for this woman, you know?
You know all the elements of the movie is all in this one story. Like you have, and the coincidence of all of this happening while Afghanistan is falling to Taliban, like in the middle of a war. It just makes it like that's such a, for a movie, that would be such a background thing, such a good thing to have in the background. Like you have this comedic effect where you have two Jews fighting in jail and Taliban being annoyed with them. You have like some romantic or marriage drama going on, which is the subject of international attention. So that's a perfect element in the movie. And all of this is happening on the background of Afghanistan falling into the hand of Taliban. Like if again, it would be a crime against humanity if this doesn't turn into a movie. Yeah, like it's perfect. It has everything.
It's really he's a really interesting man. Like he's said he's like I kind of admire his tenacity. He refuses to leave Afghanistan. He's like, I was here like before the Soviets. I was here during the Soviets. I was here when the Taliban first ruled. I was here afterwards. I'm still here. Like I'm not going to leave. I'm going to like protect in this synagogue as best as I can. Interestingly, when he was having this fight with the other Jew, whose last name was Levy, I can't remember exactly how it happened, but basically the Taliban took from them a 15th century Torah. And so it's like his mission to find this Torah again, and to return it to the synagogue. And he's like, I'm not leaving. Or in period, I'm not leaving, but I'm certainly not leaving until I have this Torah back.
Wait, so look, here's another element to the movie. Like as if that wasn't enough, there's a lost treasure. There's a treasure hunt as well. Like on top of all of this, oh my God, this is perfect. This is a perfect movie.
Possibly sold on the black market.
It has tragedy. It has comedy. It has drama. It has treasure hunt. It has like a war action. It has everything. Amazing. I can't believe this.
And a very feisty Afghan Jew in the middle. Like all the reports I read about it talk about how he's so feisty.
This is, oh my God. Like secularity, oh my God! Secularity in left chest is saying, "Oh my God!" He goes on a effing journey to find the Torah with his friend, who he hates, while evading the Taliban the whole time. Yeah, again, this is I don't know what else to say other than the fact that this has to become a movie.
Yeah,
I can't.
So
yeah,
I just knew we had to cover this story because it was such a roller coaster.
Wait, you have some videos of this guy?
Oh yeah, do we want to watch that? It's just kind of a little profile of him. Wait, go to the second one, the second tweet. Yeah, down there.
Wait, we need to put audio. Tell me if you have audio, okay?
Kabul, fearing persecution by the Taliban. But there are a few who have decided to stay even though they know that dark days are coming. One of them is Afghanistan's last Jew. Zabulon Simantov said that he had the chance to escape to the US, but he's unwilling to leave his home. He had also mulled moving to Israel, where his family lives.
I love him.
The 62-year-old had said that the Taliban considers him an infidel. Simantov was born in Afghanistan's Herat province and has spent his life witnessing turmoil. He has seen it all: the Soviet invasion, the Afghan civil war, and the first Taliban rule. He is now bracing himself for the second Islamic Emirate regime. Simantov has said that the Taliban tried to convert him in the past.
Wait, I understand him. He's speaking Persian.
Translate.
Okay, he's speaking with some very heavy accent, but he's speaking Persian. He's talking about some if I become a Muslim, if I don't become a Muslim, they might beat me. What? he's talking about like a flog or something. Again, his accent.
I
is
think
very
they
heavy,
have
so
captions in English right there.
Oh wait, whipping. See, I was right. Whipping people. Talibans are still the same as 20 years ago. Whipping people with cables. Yeah. It's like saying this is the Taliban today is the same as the Taliban 20 years ago.
He said that he even went to prison 4 times. So what made him stay on? The 62-year-old is the caretaker of the last operational synagogue in Kabul.
I
He
want to see
said
the
that
synagogue.
the synagogue would have fallen into despair had it not been for him. 70 years ago, Afghanistan was home to 5,000 Jews, but their population began dwindling after 1948, when Jews started migrating to Israel. The remaining Jews left following years of turmoil, which culminated into the Taliban's rule. Our correspondent Anas Malik gets you more.
Show me the synagogue.
The last Jew in Afghanistan goes to stay back and remain in his country, regardless of whosoever rules the country. Anas Malik in Kabul, Afghanistan, for Neon.
Wow, thank you for that. We already heard that. Wait. So a lot of people might not know he's Ahlul Kitab. So the Taliban is not gonna like kill him or anything like that. Like he is a heretic in their eyes, but he's still like it would be really bad look. I know, like you might be like, oh, really, Armin, bad look for Taliban? Yeah, bad look for Taliban based on their own standard.
Yeah.
If they have like one Jew left, and if they like do anything to him, based on their again, not based on our standard, they already look like, but based on their own standard, like they're supposed to not harm the people who are Ahlul Kitab, which means people of the book, which means Jews and Christians, right? So if this is the last Jew and something happens to him, it would, it would look really bad, even, through Islamic standards for the Taliban. So that's just wanted to keep that in mind. Like Islamic Emirate, as now Taliban wants to call itself, is supposed to be a place where it's a protector of all people who are the people of the book or Ahlul Kitab.
Well, as long as the Ahlul Kitab that aren't actually Muslims, like, pay their tax, essentially.
Yeah, but like
it's an extortion racket.
Yeah, but you need to be able to communicate that you're doing the protection while having it like some Jews there to do the protection for, right? Like at least, so if you don't have any, like if you're like no Jews, like and they all left, so like, yeah.
But the problem is when his practices and stuff like come under question and persecution because they're not in line with
Islamic
get to
practice.
law.
You get to practice. You don't get to promote.
Okay.
You're so as a Christian, as a Jew, technically under Islam, you get to practice it. You just don't get to convert people to your religion. That's what you do.
Then why are so many Christians persecuted simply for believing in the Trinity?
Where?
Like there's lots of stories of that around the world in Islamic countries.
Well, I mean, a lot of Islamic countries don't really follow Islam, and also a lot of them get persecuted for doing missionary work, which you're not supposed to do. Like missionary work is illegal. Yeah, and again, depends on the country. So I don't know which countries you're referring to, but it really depends on the country. And sometimes they get attacked from the people and not by the government. So I don't know.
Yeah, you're right. Because that's what I think about. It's like there's a difference between Islamic law and then just like anti-Semitism in general.
Yeah. I mean, the Iranian government hangs people. Like, that's not Islamic. You're supposed to like do beheadings. So like, I mean, it's not always in accordance with the teaching of Islam. So there's that.
Hey guys, if you're a fan of Blasphemy and Sexy Callie, like me, then you need to be sure to subscribe to our newsletter, link in the description below. Because if you subscribe, we will send you a free copy of our Blasphemous Art ebook. And let me tell you, it is the tastiest blasphemy that you can find anywhere available today. And we are so generous with our blasphemy that we continue to send you more blasphemy every week. So make sure to subscribe, link in the description below.